this is my first time making a video, but I just want to, I guess, share what I've been doing for the past, I think it's a month, almost a month now. I have read a lot about the mass immersion approach from Math vs. Japan YouTube channel, and actually back on October of last year, I used to learn Japanese, and I managed to do traditional RTK 2200, and it took me about 5 months. But then I decided that I would learn Korean, because it's not that I don't like Japanese. Actually, I'm more interested to learn Japanese than Korean, but for now I feel like it would be more beneficial for me to learn Korean, because I'm more interested in Korean history than Japanese. Even the Japanese history is like also a bit way more cooler. So yeah, I think I love both languages, but since I have been more leaning towards Korean for the past, well, since March when I finished the RTK, and since RTK took that long amount of time, although I mean 5 months for 2200 is not bad, but at that time all of my stories are really bad, and I probably forget more than half of it now, so that's why. I learned Hangul way back in November. It took me like 3 hours. I used a video from one of the Korean learning channel, Billy Go. You probably know him if you're learning Korean. His video was just like an hour or something, and it took me less than a day to read Hangul, because it's an alphabet, right? So it was like a big relief, compared to hiragana and katakana, which took me 2 weeks probably. And and there are no Chinese characters. They have it. It's called hanja in Korean, but apparently in this modern era in 2020, they don't use it again in writing, unless it's in use. Sometimes I've seen some subtitles in a like variety show where like there's a hanja, the Chinese character, in parentheses, probably to, I've read that it's written there to not confuse with other words that has the same sound. So this is my Anki. You can see that I currently have a 27-day streak, and my longest streak was 65 days. This is dating back to October when I decided to learn Japanese. This was all RTK, and this is also RTK. And then I stopped at April. This period was school. School was like was in the middle of an exam, so I can't really focus on language. And also at that point I was already not interested in learning Japanese due to kanji. Yeah, and at that point I wasn't that interested in Japanese anymore due to the kanji, mostly because I can't really recall them. Like I said, I have a really bad story. My mnemonics are so bad, and also the exam from school. So then I decided to pick it up again, and this time it's Korean. I started way back on June 19th using a textbook from Billy Go. It's called Korean Made Simple. So I used this book it took me like a week to finish this. I know you're not supposed to learn grammar, but I feel like this helps, and it's not that hard either. It's just like beginner book, beginner friendly. I read this in a day or something, and then reread it in about a week while taking notes. And I'm now currently on the second book, which it has been a week, and I'm still on chapter 4, so that's pretty cool. I'm expecting to finish this book, and then the third, because this book has 3 series in it, so I'm gonna learn the third book, and then I'm gonna use Korean grammar in use, which literally every Korean learners know and use. So this is the book, and this is the beginner book. So This is the beginner book for Korean grammar in use, and you could find this online. I might throw out some links, but other than that would be, if you, with a little bit of Googling, you could get all this book. And I will use this probably, and then the intermediate and then the advanced, but I'm not gonna like rush through all of them. And on Anki, I'm currently at I think 600 words, 600 vocabulary, and around 100 grammar sentence. I just started this grammar sentence deck like 3 days ago, so if my calculations are correct, I should reach about 1,000 words before the end of August and 1,000 sentences before the end of August. Initially I did 15 words a day, and then I scale it down to 10, and then I'm currently at 15 words a day. And then for grammar, I'm currently at 30 charts a day. So far there are no problem. I'm averaging around an hour of immersion. I'm watching Hotel de Luna, which is really famous Korean drama, and I'm at episode 12. I watched the first 10 episodes without subtitle, and then I got bored because it got really, the story gets more interesting. I don't understand anything that's going on, so I've been watching with subtitle for the past 2 episodes. But I hope that I could watch the next 4 episodes, because usually Korean drama only has 1 season and 16 episodes. So the next 4 episodes I'm going to watch without subtitles. I'm surprised that I don't feel any kind of curiosity to know what the episode and the immersion stuff that I'm watching, to know what it means. I'm pretty surprised with that. I'll give all my links and resources that I use in the description, and I expect to see the next update, I hope, if I could, probably 3 months. So it would be on September or August. We'll see. Thank you for watching this. I hope, because no one has been, I haven't found someone using MIA to learn Korean, so I hope this could help someone. And I probably will learn Hanja when I have learned quite a few sentences, because the goal is 10,000 and then sentence mining, right? So I haven't been able to do that. I haven't even been able to do constant an hour of immersion, because it's very hard for me. I would try to do more in the future, I hope.